Okay, this one is for the filmmakers. There's a new grant in town that's looking to help local storytellers and highlight stories from Central Texas. Austin PBS is now accepting applications for its brand new Digital Originals Grant, which will give $35,000 each to 2 local creators. Applications close May 30th, so if you're interested, look up Austin PBS Digital Originals Grant to apply. Happy Friday! There's been a lot of news in Austin this week, so we're here today on CityCast Austin to bring you a few stories that caught our attention in this week's Friday News Roundup. We're talking about the heat wave we just got through, the latest on Austin's marijuana laws, and how HEB just maintains its top-tier status in the city. And, of course, our weekend plans. It's Friday, May 16th. I'm Nikki Devon, and this is what Austin's talking about. Hello! I am here with the effervescent Kelsey Bradshaw, our newsletter editor.
Here I am.
This is bubbling.
Hello.
And I am here with our remarkable executive producer, Eva Ruth Moravec. Hey, Eva Ruth.
Hello, hello. The hostess with the mostest and more words every week.
Listen, I'm telling you, your girl got to her thesaurus yesterday, and so I knew what I was going to say yesterday.
Amazing.
I'm changing it every week. I'm committed. At this point, I am committed.
Oh, God.
Love it.
Happy Friday, Austin. We hope that you have had a wonderful week. Eva Ruth, Kelsey, how has your week been?
It's been hot.
So damn hot.
I've been,
Extremely
every time I
hot.
go outside, I'm like, I'm like a vampire in the sun. I'm like,
Please.
no, please.
Let's get into it. So we just had our first heat wave of the season. It is only May. Just in case y'all don't know what month it is.
No, it's too early.
It's too early. It's earlier and more intense than we've seen in the past. According to the National Weather Service, it was, quote, one of the hottest May heat waves of all time, y'all. The heat wave was caused by a dome of high pressure that started to move. Who cares?
No, congrats to that dome. I don't care.
Congrats to that dome. We're in hell. Thank you for moving over us again this year. It's like, okay, it's a dome. Every year it's a
I
dome.
don't care.
It's a heat dome every year.
If
So
you want to
this year, the
know.
heat dome is, yes, it's the dome again.
It's a dome.
Listen, okay, I guess for those of you that like science, according to the New York Times, the high pressure in the atmosphere acts like a lid, trapping hot air and pushing it towards the Earth's surface.
Keep
Okay,
it
cool.
tight.
I was like sweating at midnight. So that's my science. It was 85 degrees in the middle of the night.
Bro, I am not okay. I was like, oh, I have to leave the house today. Wednesday at Camp Mabry, we hit 101. This surpassed the same day record of 97 set just 2 years ago in 2022.
97 sounds so lovely.
It sounds so nice. It was forecasted to be 105, and on my little phone it said 107. Y'all,
my gosh.
so it typically hits hundreds in the summer, right? Average high in May is in the 80s. Normal for Wednesday should have been 86 degrees. But in 1953, the record low was 57.
God, that sounds
so
nice.
we were twice as hot.
Honestly, to Kelsey's point, normally it'll cool down at night. It did not do this.
No.
The lows didn't get down that far, only to the 70s, and it only went down to 71. But usually it's in the 60s. We get these really nice spring evenings.
And it's kind of it's been breezy, and like I feel like I got
hot,
smacked in the
breezy.
face with like humidity this week.
Yeah.
And
Listen.
like, God, we are all from like born and raised Texans, the three of us. And I don't know if y'all feel like this, but every single year, despite living here for going on 32 years of my life, I am so shook every time. I'm like, oh my God, can you believe this? I can't believe this is happening.
Well,
Like it's the first time.
Yeah, this is because it's heating up around here, right? I mean, it's
'Cause this
happening
dome.
earlier.
The earliness of this is not good.
Yeah. And
Don't
it
like
also, we didn't have any transition. That always makes it a little better.
Right.
Last week, it was cooler. It's giving a lot of anxiety personally because we also haven't had much rain. And this is supposed to be like flash flood season.
Yep.
And I'm not wishing a natural disaster on anyone here, but I'm just saying we're not even getting a trinkle. A trinkle? A sprinkle?
A trickle?
A trickle. I did a trickle and a
trinkle, tinkle,
together.
sprinkle, yeah.
A trinkle. Anyway, we're not getting anything.
And like the rain we've had recently, not enough to last us to September.
No.
And here's the thing. Nicole and I were walking somewhere and the wind was blowing and it was so hot. It was just hot air. It felt like hot breath, just like blowing on our bodies. And I'm used to that in July and August. Like I'm used to that. I'm like, oh, this is just the season where it's just going to feel like hot breath on you all the time. And I'm prepared. I was not prepared for that this week. Just to have hot, nasty air.
I do love, I am obsessed with like talking about the weather culture. Like I feel like when we get weather, everyone's like, oh my God, we're having weather. And I do love that. And I love like how dramatic me and all my friends were being about it this week. And like, I don't know. I do love that aspect of just like something new to complain about. I'm into that.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Especially when we make like national news, like the New York Times, it's like, ooh, yeah, we got something to bitch about for real.
Yeah.
Listen, here's some, of course we have to talk about our old friend, the power grid. We said, I know.
How you doing, buddy?
We set a record for demand in May at 78,000 megawatts. And just to be clear, it is still May. We just started May. So, stay hydrated, take measures to keep yourself cool, and that can help prevent heat-related illness like heat exhaustion and heat stroke. If you're spending time outdoors, please drink water, stay hydrated. Again, take shade breaks, wear lightweight, loose-fitting, light-colored clothing, and protect yourself with a wide-brimmed hat, sunglasses, and sunscreen. And all of that stuff should be no-brainers, even for those of you just moving here. But the thing that I like to remind people is to check on your neighbors and family and friends who might be older or at increased risk. And also, the cooling centers are open. They're open all summer. There's no heat threshold. They're open during regular business hours. Yeah. So, I mean, it's coming. Well, shit is here. What are y'all doing to prepare?
Well, I'm doing Nikki's favorite thing, which is going swimming.
Oh, nope. Hand kick right back down. My hand went up
I think
to praise and be like, yes. As soon as you said Palm Springs, nope.
How do you feel about like Deep Eddy pool?
Oh, I love Deep Eddy. I love Deep Eddy.
Because I do feel like maybe that's where I'm going to go today because I want to go to Pool Burger after.
Yes.
And like,
don't take away my weekend plans. We're not even there yet.
Sorry. I'm kind of a weenie when it comes to like Barton Springs and Deep Eddy because they're spring filled. And so the water is very cold. And like, I'm kind of like a scaredy cat about it. Like I'll jump in and then I'm very dramatic the whole time.
68 degrees is chilly.
Yeah. But when it's 101 out, that water feels perfect. Like
incredible.
It is perfect. And so that is my one thing. So I'll be doing that.
It's our own personal cold plunge. That's how I look at it. Like you're outside in the sauna. And then you just plunge into the cold.
Yeah. Health and wellness.
Yeah. My favorite thing is when I get out of Deep Eddy and it's 101 and I can just feel my body temperature like rising slowly. I don't know why that sensation feels good. It's
very cool.
Yes.
But it's very cool. I like it a lot. Yeah.
I feel that too. Yeah. I saw on, of course, Instagram, a runner that I follow here in Austin just made an ice bandana.
Oh, yeah. I do that every year. Yeah.
And do you tape yours up?
So bought mine to be because I used to just take a regular bandana and wet it and put it in the freezer when I knew I was going to be outside for a long period of time. And then I would just wear that. But I've never taped a regular bandana.
You should use a safety pin.
That would work too. So she took like fabric tape and like stuffed the bandana with some ice and then like rolled it up. Or maybe I asked her how she did it. I don't know if she rolled it up or if she like made a little slot for the ice, you know, and put it in there and then sealed it basically with this tape and then ties that around her neck.
Oh, Eva, you're going to make one of these and you're going to write about it for a life hack in the newsletter.
And then you're going to sew them and it's going to be our next big business.
Yeah.
I like that. I can't have the ice directly on my neck because after a while, but also you're running. Much. So maybe that's different. Yeah. I just put mine in the freezer. I wet it and put it in the freezer, but it probably doesn't last as long as ice.
I don't know.
Like
we'll do an experiment. Ice. This could be, but yeah, that's our next experiment. That's going to be my summer hack. I'll let you know how it works. Okay. What about you, Nikki?
So your girl is, first of all, summer means less clothing for me, which I'm super into. So I'm digging out my shorts and my tank tops.
Yes.
And my cutoff shirts, right? That's my favorite thing. And also
I did that this week too.
Yeah. Also, I am starting the time of year where I have to have a beverage with me at all times. Sometimes it's water, sometimes it's a little more than water, but it is, I have a beverage with me at all times. And right now I am obsessed with THC drinks.
My God.
Listen, so I'm obsessed with THC drinks. Everywhere I go, I'm like, do you guys have a THC cocktail? Everywhere I go, because I'm obsessed. So that's how I'm going to be beating the summer. Hey y'all, it's Nikki. I have to tell you about Tecovas boots. I finally have a pair, and I don't know if y'all know this, but they're handmade, high quality, and stylish. And they're comfortable right outside of the box. Now, I know we buy everything online these days, but trust me, you have to get fitted for some boots at Tecovas. Now, whether you're like me, a newbie to boots, or you have a closet full of them, the folks at Tecovas will help you find your next favorite pair. So, grab a friend, head on over to the Tecovas flagship on South Congress or their store at the Domain. Plus, good news, they just opened a store in Georgetown at 709 Main Street for those of you that live just a little further north. With 3 locations in town, you have no excuses. So, that's tecovas.com. TECOVAS.com. Don't go gently, y'all.
Hi, I'm David Plotz, the CEO of CityCast. We've all set health goals, lose weight, exercise more, eat better. But without a plan, those goals often fade. That may have happened to you. It has definitely happened to me. And that's where Prolon comes in. Prolon's 5-day fasting mimicking diet gives you a science-backed, structured approach to stay on track and see real results. And now Prolon is upping their game with the new Next Gen 5-day program, delivering the same science-backed benefits in a cleaner, more convenient, and more flavorful format. Prolon is a plant-based nutrition program featuring soups, snacks, and beverages designed to nourish the body while keeping it in a fasting state, triggering cellular rejuvenation and renewal. Next Gen builds on the original Prolon with 100% organic soups and teas, a richer taste, and ready-to-eat meals. Developed over decades at USC's Longevity Institute and backed by top U.S. medical centers, Prolon has been shown to support biological age reduction, metabolic health, skin appearance, fat loss, and energy. I've been doing the 5-day program, and I feel so much better. I really enjoy the tasty energy bars, the snacks and soups, and the fact that I can enjoy meals, even though the calorie count is super low. The flavors and textures are excellent. An olive oil snack here, broccoli and quinoa soup there, hibiscus tea, a yummy nut bar. It's got the benefits of a 5-day fast, but doesn't have the challenge of doing it with pure liquids. It's a system reset. And also, I know this sounds funny, but it's not. The packaging and directions are fantastic, clear, and well-organized and thoughtful. For a limited time, you can be first in line to experience the new Next Gen at special savings. Prolon is offering CityCast listeners 15% off site-wide, plus a $40 bonus gift when you subscribe to their 5-day program. Just visit prolonlife.com/city. That's PROLONLIFE.com/city to claim your 15% discount and your bonus gift. prolonlife.com/city.
Speaking of marijuana,
There we go. And
there's some confusion in town over the city's marijuana decriminalization ordinance lately, and we want to get into the weeds about it. Well, Eva Ruth is going to get into the weeds about it because she's so much.
Did you get
that?
the weeds?
Oh, look at that. Come on, Eva Ruth. Listen, Eva Ruth is the queen of corny jokes and dad jokes and puns. Oh, I love it.
We should start calling her dad instead of mom.
I
'Cause
mean,
do you call
listen.
her mom? I sometimes call her mom.
I don't call her mom because I think I'm older than her, maybe.
Okay. I'm always like, Mom, help. I'm gonna start calling her dad.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
Oh my God. The
I've
puns.
always wanted to be
puns.
a parent.
Oh my gosh. So we want to get into the weeds about it. Back in May 2022, Austin voters decided to decriminalize low-level marijuana possession. And Austin police basically stopped making arrests for Class A or Class B misdemeanor marijuana charges. But then the ordinance was challenged in court. And Eva Ruth is going to... I thought I was going to be able to come up with a pun. Eva Ruth's going to tell us all about it.
She's gonna roll us in.
Oh.
She's gonna roll us a blunt of information. Freaking nailed it.
You just said roll us a blunt of information. This is a real joint segment in our roundup today. We're just not as good at it as you are, Eva.
No, I'm
We're
going to
just
let,
not.
I think y'all are doing amazing. And I think you should keep it up. Keeping those spirits high.
Yeah. Hey.
This is a pun.
Sorry, Lizzie.
Puncast from now on.
Sorry, Alyssa.
So the facts are this ordinance was struck down in an appeals court last month, and the decision was basically that the Austin City Charter cannot conflict with state drug laws. Meanwhile, APD Chief Lisa Davis has said that they are not going to change anything immediately as far as arresting or holding people for marijuana possession. They're still going to continue to not do that. And yeah, so it's still a little bit in a gray area, but I think like right now, the status quo remains. The biggest issue for police is that they can't really determine what is considered hemp. So hemp was legalized in 2019, and marijuana, meanwhile, remains illegal, but police can't really tell what is hemp and what is marijuana because it all has to do with what's in this thing, what's in the product. So I would say stay tuned. This probably isn't over on that front, but there is the state effort. Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick has said that banning THC is one of his priorities. And there's already the bill that has passed the Senate. The House is working on theirs. So the Senate version would be a total ban on consumable hemp. And the House version currently wants retailers to be able to keep selling drinks to keep Nikki happy.
Hey, don't take away my drinks, Dan Patrick.
Drinks, edibles, and low-dose smokable flowers would still be allowed under the House version. It would ban vapes and allow counties to ban consumable hemp on their own, make that decision kind of on their own. So we've been talking about this bill, what's going to happen with it all session. But yeah, when it came out that there was a $27 million fiscal note on this bill, that it would cost the state $27 million over the next 2 years in sales taxes. That's what they would lose if they ban all these products. I think maybe somebody started pumping the brakes a little bit. And it also, what cracked me up is that the fiscal note on the bill says that 1/4 of the total sales of consumable hemp products are in Austin. So,
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really surprise me that much. I feel like you do see
Yeah, it's everywhere.
and especially, I feel like in the summertime when we see so many visitors, it's being consumed everywhere,
I just, y'all, first of all, my first question is very, very simple. why does Dan Patrick hate fun? That's just number one. I don't know what his problem is. I don't know what's lacking in his life, but he hates fun. Number two, there are so many other things that as a legislature, they could be spending their time and energy on, aside from something that is not only adding to our sale taxes and to our fiscal fabric, but just doesn't really hurt anybody or do anything. Or, I mean, like, it doesn't serve any other purpose, in my opinion, other than fun. And I don't understand what the problem is.
Yeah.
It has kept me, like, let's keep it a buck. I don't drink as much as I did because now I drink the THC cocktails. It has cut down on my drinking, which maybe that is the point. Maybe they're the only thing messing with their,
alcohol sales,
or, you know what I mean? Or cigarette sales. Maybe that, I'm not a conspiracy person, but like it has a positive effect on people. Less drinking, I don't know. The issue with marijuana is something I'll just never quite understand.
Well,
I
think they feel like they went too far in like allowing anything and everything under the like when hemp was made legal. And now they're just sort of like, oh shit, how do we put the cat back in the joint? I'm not sure what the
back in the tube. Well, it's like,
but it's just like, has anything bad happened in the last 2 years from this?
The kids are the biggest. So,
okay.
I mean, but so that's one thing. Like, why not like set the age requirements? I think like under 18 probably should not have access, even under 21. You could argue like it should be treated like alcohol. But yeah, it's the pendulum swung too far in the lenient direction, and now they're trying to swing it back too far in the other direction.
They're like, whoa, too liberal.
Everything is always for the children. Get out of here. I see kids vaping all the time. I see kids smoking cigarettes all the time. There are way bigger fish to fry than marijuana. If you're really worried about the children, how about you make sure that they have the health care they need and the education that they need?
No, the vaping thing, why can kids buy vapes?
Why can they? Yeah, they don't need vapes.
Texas legislature is proving that they are at some points misguided in the way that they should be helping Texans. And you know who is never misguided in how they should be helping Texas? HEB.
Oh, yes.
And once again, HEB has proven to be more helpful than our government.
Hell yeah.
So true.
Okay, so of course HEB is doing something cool as usual. And I think this is especially cool for Austin because it's about live music. So at the new 2-story HEB on South Congress and Old Torf that opened this past year. I went to the ribbon cutting. It's a beautiful store. They have a parking garage. It's crazy. They are kicking off a monthly free concert series starting tomorrow. It's called their True Texas Tunes Concert Series. Okay. And it's free concerts at HEB. And it's going to happen every third Saturday of the month. And the shows will run from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the True Texas Barbecue Restaurant, which is inside of the store. Because, of course, there's a barbecue restaurant at HEB. They're partnering with the Austin nonprofit HOME, which stands for Housing Opportunities for Musicians and Entertainers.
Ooh.
Yeah, and they provide financial housing assistance for aging musicians in need. Very cool. And tomorrow's show is going to feature Marsha Ball's Boogie Trinity with Floyd Domino and Nick Connolly.
Oh, come on, Marsha Ball. I love Marsha Ball.
And it just sounds really cute and fun.
Listen, HEB, it's like they just want our lives to be better. They just want our lives to be better. And everything that they do seems to come from wanting our lives to be better.
Yeah.
And they can have all my money all the time. Constantly.
That's a good idea. And it's continuing for like many months, right?
Yeah, it's going to go through December at least.
That's so fun.
And Heidi Anderson, who's HEB's Senior Director of Public Affairs, told Axios, quote, "We try to tailor our stores to their communities, and South Congress is an iconic part of what makes Austin so special. We wanted to create a store experience that reflects that and honors the legacy of South Austin." And I feel like, they freaking nailed it, man. Like, they totally got it. Like, of course you should do this at the South Congress HEB. Like, absolutely. That makes total sense.
They used to have it at the Mueller HEB. They used to have live music at the Mueller HEB. I don't know if they still do, but in their little cafe, you could pull up to get your groceries and you could hear live music throughout the whole parking lot. It was one of my favorite things.
That's such a nice vibe to just get into.
Yeah.
Like, it makes great. And they've always had, I will say, HEB's always had really fun music. Like, do y'all ever pay attention to what they're playing while you're walking around the grocery store?
Yeah,
it's
all the time.
Good. Somebody is like picking these songs deliberately. It's not just like they turn on some radio station, and maybe that is what they do, but it feels like there's thought to it.
We have to do a story about that.
Before the pandemic, before I got lazy and started doing curbside constantly and exclusively, I would go to HEB after 9 p.m. because that's my favorite time to shop. And for a while, I would put on my earphones and I just put my earphones on and I would shop. And because, it gives off not wanting to be bothered. And I don't want to be bothered when I'm shopping. Sure. And one day I forgot my earplug or my earphones and I was just like bopping around the store. And I was like, this is fire. Who is in charge? And I was like, is it because it's 9 p.m. on a Friday and like they're trying to make you feel like you're in the club? It was like
so
really good. That night was disco. So I was jamming.
Oh,
it was
fun.
jamming. It was like disco classics.
Puts you in the right mood. So I think going to a show
smart.
For 10, even like being there for 10 minutes, 15 minutes before you start your grocery shopping experience.
Or while you're waiting on the pharmacy.
Or even if you're just passing by, it adds such a nice, nice.
Yeah. I do wonder if people will go to HEB to hear a concert like you would a different music venue.
I kind of feel like this is going to be a big thing for families.
That's what I was going to say. When I would look at, because it's in the restaurant.
Right.
So
in like a contained area. Yeah.
Yeah. So I would see people and their families out just like having a meal, listening to live music.
When you said kid, it reminded me, I met a friend with a kid at like the Central Market.
It's the same thing.
They do shows outside from time to time.
And Central Market been doing that for a decade at least, more if not more, having concert series and having live music on their patio. You can just have a beer while the kids play.
Yeah.
And I only say that because a lot of my friends did that when we wanted to meet up when their kids were younger. We just always had to go to Central Market.
That's what I remember too, because there's a playground. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we'll see. 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. So that's a good time for kids too.
Who knows? It might turn out that HEB might be the new place to be.
The new club.
Wouldn't that be so funny?
Austin's newest club is a grocery store. Might have to actually get dressed up for the grocery store.
Listen, I kind of like it. What I want two people to meet at, while they're listening to the music and like two-step together and then change.
Fine. I'll meet my husband at
HEB. Change numbers. And then, listen, that's all I'm saying. I'll drum up some fantasy for somebody.
Or what if they like meet in the, they're grabbing the same frozen pizza or something. And then they're like, you want to go see some music together?
Listen, I'm just saying.
I know.
No. They see each other in an aisle in the store. And they like talk for a second. And then one of them gets a phone call. One of them's distracted and the other one leaves. Okay. And then they're both at the concert without realizing it. And their eyes meet. And they're like, oh my God, I thought I had lost my chance forever. But we're at the concert together. And then they get together.
And then you cue Kiss Me Beneath the Milky Twilight. Yes.
This episode of CityCast is sponsored by Babbel. Learning a new language opens the door to new friends, new cultures, maybe even a whole new life. So why not start the journey today with Babbel? You can start speaking a new language with confidence thanks to Babbel's conversation-based technique. It quickly teaches you useful words and phrases about the things you actually talk about in the real world. There are more than a dozen languages available for you to learn at your own pace, with material tailored to your individual proficiency level, interests, and time availability. I'm David Plott, CEO of CityCast, and I've been learning Spanish with Babbel and brushing up a teeny bit on my French. But there's also Turkish, Swedish, Dutch, German, many more languages. Babbel's tips and tools for learning a new language are approachable and accessible. It's like having a private tutor in your pocket. I particularly love Babbel's guided conversations, which let me practice real-world conversations. What to say at the doctor's office, how to leave a party, using speech recognition to make sure I'm getting the pronunciation right. Babbel's mobile app and website have real-time feedback, progress trackers, and clear visualizations that are helping me improve my Spanish in only 10 minutes a day. So get talking with Babbel. I want you to learn another language, so I'm teaming up with Babbel to gift you 55% off subscriptions, but only for CityCast listeners at babbel.com/CityCast. Get up to 55% off at babbel.com/CityCast. Spelled BABBEL.com/CityCast. Babbel.com/CityCast. Rules and restrictions may apply.
Speaking of doing stuff, what y'all doing this weekend? Are you going to HEB to find your Prince Charming?
Yeah.
Or Princess Charming?
I mean, honestly, so HEB's shows start tomorrow, right?
Mm-hmm. It's tomorrow.
Yeah.
First one.
Honestly, I may swing by because I've got some visitors this next week, which I'm super excited about. And it's my sisters. And so, yeah, I could see taking them to an indoor concert.
Hey, sisters.
Hey,
Welcome to
sisters.
Get them some tortillas to take back home.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect.
But yeah, we want to go swimming. I want to go.
Yeah.
I don't know if they've ever, both of them went to UT back in their day. I won't say when that is because they'd hurt me. I don't know that either of them have gone to Deep Eddy. I know they've both done Barton Springs, but I want to introduce them to Deep Eddy and Pool Burger for sure.
Do it.
Also, that was such little sister energy of you. You're like, I can't say anything. They're going to beat me up.
It's true. Yeah, but swimming is on my list for this weekend for sure. And then I also want to swing by the Affordable Art Fair, which this is happening this weekend, and it's all at the Palmer Event Center. You can look at artwork for more than 55 different galleries.
Yeah,
and
it looks cool.
Yeah, they've got a wide range of art ranging from $100 to $10,000. And if y'all want to know more about the Affordable Art Fair, check out our episode from this week with Corey Teague, all about buying art in Austin. We'll have the link in our show notes. I think it'll be a fun way to interact with some artists and see some cool shit.
And stay in the AC.
And stay in the
AC.
Yeah.
Because I'm maybe being a little dumb and I'm going to go to an Austin FC game, which is outdoors.
Wow.
Ooh,
And I've never been to an Austin FC game. My friend actually won. Actually, a friend of the pod, Eric Webb.
Oh, he's up for a Best of Austin Chronicle.
He is? Oh my God. Yes.
Yeah.
Everyone go to Austin Chronicle and vote for Eric Webb for his newsletter to win. What is it? Best columnist?
When is the voting over for Best of Austin?
Voting ends on May 19th.
Shout out to our friend Mace Kerwick, who's been on here a lot, who's been nominated for radio or podcast host. And then my friend Christina Berry is going out for Best Fiction Writer in Austin. So I'll be voting for her. Shout out to all my babies.
So voting ends on Monday. So you have this last weekend to vote for all your favorite Austinites. And next year, we better be on there. All I'm saying. This year, vote for all our friends. But so Eric Webb.
Oh, so Eric won. Yes, he won tickets to an Austin FC game. And neither of us have ever been to a game. I've only ever been to the stadium for a press conference. So we're going to go. We keep referring to it as the big game.
So fun.
They're playing Vancouver at 7:30 on Saturday.
Oh my
Tickets
gosh.
are still available. And they're only $46, which is not terrible to me to go get a hot dog. God, I really got to get hot dogs off my brain. But to go get a hot dog and like watch a game, it sounds really fun.
They're entertaining as hell.
No, yeah, I'm like really excited because I also feel like the fans are really entertaining.
Yes. I've only been to one, but it's very, like, there's so much to look at. I mean, you would think like without the cheerleaders, it's like less of a commercial spectacle like that. But like the actual fans, La Murga, they're like big fan club.
Oh, that band is so good.
Yeah,
That band
so
is
fun.
really good.
And the art, I will say though, it is hot. I mean, that stadium is all outside. It's built really nicely though. Like I do feel like it gets quite a bit of shade, but
Well, because this past week they had a game on Wednesday and it was delayed by 30 minutes because of the heat.
Good.
Like it was supposed to start at 7:30 and it started at 8, which
Wow.
How much difference did that make? I don't know. But they'll
That's
be
fun.
being a sporty spice this weekend.
Wear shorts,
love
wear
that.
something very sweat conducive.
Got
Wear
it.
a hat.
I'll probably buy an Austin FC hat while
There
I'm
you
there,
go.
I'll be
Mhm.
honest.
It's a good souvenir.
Mm-hmm. Nikki, what are you doing? You have 100 things on your list.
This weekend is this festival called Free to Be. Free to Be Festival, it's called the Divine Garden. And Free to Be Festival is 2 days of Black, Latinx, Indigenous, and queer art, film, poetry, and music, and it is free. Today, it starts at 6 p.m. at the Rosette Theater, and then tomorrow, it'll be a whole day thing starting at 3:30 p.m. at Kenny Dorham's backyard. And it just looks really cute. There's going to be vendors, and there's going to be talks and just about, Black, Latinx, BIPOC art and how we show up in spaces. And so that's where I will be. And then on Sunday is the AAPI Heritage Month Market at Meanwhile, and it's from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. And, Meanwhile Brewing is celebrating Asian American and Pacific Islander culture with a pop-up market. And it's co-hosted by Kaiju Cut and Sew. And there's like 10 or so vendors, but they each showcase unique wares as well as a pop-up from Mahjong Mafia and exclusive Asian fusion specials at Songbird and Side-Eye Pie food trucks. And so, and that is also free. So I'm going to go do a bunch of free stuff this weekend. And
That sounds fun.
Yeah, I'm excited about that market for sure. But I'm excited about all of it. You know me. I like any excuse for me to be social and shop at the same time.
So many ideas for y'all. Get out there.
I still have not been to an FC game, Kelsey. So
I'm really excited. We might take the train. I love
Ooh,
it.
you should
Definitely take the train.
Yeah.
Smart.
100%. That's what we did the first time we parked downtown and took it from where the convention center is.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's super convenient. And honestly, this was the craziest thing. On the way back, the train was totally packed, right? I went to a game that we won and it was like everyone was standing in the train. There was zero space and they did not punch tickets.
Oh.
And I'm like, why are y'all not taking everybody's money when this is the most crowded that it's ever been?
I rode the DART train in Dallas my whole life, and I don't remember anyone ever coming and checking that I had a ticket, like ever in my life.
And we wonder why these systems are not sustainable.
God.
Like, hello.
Like, I always bought one. Like, they were only like $2 or something at the time. But I don't remember anyone ever checking.
Oh my gosh.
That makes
my
no
gosh.
sense.
Makes
Anyway,
no
take the
sense.
train.
Well, everybody, that is all for the Friday News Roundup. Thank you so much for talking about the news and the events with me this week, Kelsey and Eva Ruth. Thank you guys so much for rounding up the news with me. Goodbye. We'll see you very
Good
soon.
weekend.
I'll miss
Bye-bye.
That's all for today here on CityCast Austin. Our executive producer is Eva Ruth Moravec. Our producers this week are Alyssa Castles and Lizzie Goldsmith. And I'm your host, Nikki Devon. Our Hey Austin newsletter editor is Kelsey Bradshaw. Music is by Nelson Valente Aguilar of Como Las Movies, with additional music by Abbas Primji and DM from Triple Scoop Music via Getty Images. Kama Svensson and Hip Kalor from EpidemicSound.com and all of the kimonos. If you enjoyed the show, why not tell a friend, rate the show, leave us a review, and subscribe to our Hey Austin newsletter. We'll be back Monday morning with more news from around the city. Bye, y'all.